Hey everyone, so welcome back to Tara. Today we're going to walk you through the new SPED HQ plan and features specifically designed for special educators. We're super excited about this. We're starting in our HQ page, and just know that we're really focused on progress monitoring today, but also how it impacts planning, IEPs, and all of those different things. We were able to piece together this new feature set with the help of over 1,500 special educators. So I'm in my HQ page, again, the home page we've designed for teachers. On the left side, you can see I've got my shortcuts. So for those unfamiliar, these are links to websites or videos I love, or they can also be files to useful things like parent communication templates as an example here. But where we want to turn our attention to is on the right side of the HQ. We've got our task manager where you can assign tasks to each other. It looks like I have one to check out a resource from Laura. We've got our notepad. We've got our resource bank. For special educators, it's going to come in real handy too because it has a ton of different engagement strategies as well as a category specifically for special education. So these are different ideas and things that you can use as special educators. If you click on any one of these in the resource bank, you'll see pops up a bunch of links to different articles and videos about how to do these different things. It's really jam-packed with free resources that come as part of your plan. But what we want to turn our attention to today is this new tool, which is under the SPED HQ plan. You get a 30-day free trial, and it is the progress monitoring tool. So if you're a special educator, we know you have your caseload of students. Each one has their own IEP where you want to develop those goals and objectives based off the IEP, how you write it with your IEP team and in those meetings to start the year. So this was designed to really help you keep track of the objectives, goals, and updates to those objectives and goals throughout the year. So what you see in front of you is a list of my students on my caseload. I've already added a few, but to add more students, it's super simple in Tara. You just click Add Student. You can put in their name. So we'll say James Brown, one of my favorites. You can also, and this is new, you can attach an IEP document. And so let's put in a sample one here. And we're going to come back to this in a second because it's really cool what Tara can do for you now. You can add as many students as you want, but I'm just going to add James Brown for now. So I'll hit save. You'll see he pops up right here. And now for each one of these students, I can add goals and objectives. So let's take Jason Bourne as an example. You can see I already have a goal here, demonstrate grade level ability with 2-digit multiplication by the end of the year. And this is a math goal. But if I wanted to add a second goal, I just hit add goal. Now I type in what that goal is. So maybe demonstrate advanced ability in essay writing. And the beauty here is that you can actually select a goal type. So we have some basic ones we preload as defaults, but you can always add a new one. For lists, let's call it a reading and writing goal. And you hit save, and now you see it's added to Jason Bourne's progress monitoring list. Now let's say I want to add an objective. So if you click on any of the goals, I'll click on this first one, you'll see that the objective actually pops up right beneath it. So this is already an objective I have for Jason. Jason will achieve an 80% correct response rate during his first summative assessment over at least 10 2-digit multiplication problems. So very specific. I can add more objectives as I want, or I can just leave it as it is. And now we've already got this objective. So let's say Jason took a quiz last week and we want to put in his score and attach that student work. All you got to do is click on the objective and hit add update. So I'm going to do that. Let's say maybe he took the quiz on Monday and Jason exceeded our goal on initial formative assessment. And super easy. And now here's the beauty of it. You can actually use whatever metrics you want. So we're going to use just a typical quiz score. So let's say he got a 90% on this quiz. But when you click on metrics, you'll see a bunch of different options. So I'm going to use percentage, but you can see we have redirections, occurrences, minutes, seconds. You can also add new ones. So you can really customize this to whatever works for each student. So I'm going to choose percentage. And then if I want, I can attach the actual quiz or the student work, and then it's saved right here. So I just click Save Update, and now it's got it right here for me. So this is a super simple way to keep track of all the goals and objectives and updates for each of your students. Now, if you remember before when I added James Brown, you can see we also have this View IEP button. So let's say for James Brown, I want to actually write his goals and objectives. So I can click on this View IEP button, and over on the left side, you can see now I can actually view the IEP document, whether it's a document or PDF, right here while I'm creating his goals and objectives. So you don't have to have separate tabs or separate windows. You can do it right in front of you. And that goes for any one of these students who you upload IEP documents for. So Jalen Young, I actually did a picture there, so that's not a good example, but you get the idea. We've got these different examples here, and we just use sample ones. We're obviously not using real student data here. But this makes it super simple to actually start tracking the goals and objectives for each of your students. Now, let's say you want to download a progress report. All you got to do is hit the download button, and it'll pop out into a Word document for you that organizes it based off of whether you're under student or whether you're under goal type. So I'll show you that here. You can see it's got a quick little, this is for Jalen, who we have one goal for here, and it's got the different notes. So it's a super quick way, and we're always expanding the capabilities here. So now let me jump back to the platform. We've looked at how you can add students, how you can add goals and objectives. We also always have a guide you can click on if you ever want some guidance. But let's say you actually want to look at this from a goal type perspective. Sometimes if you're planning, maybe you just want to plan the math ones, math lessons or reading and writing lessons. So you can also use that view here. Now, if you're a teacher, you can look at, okay, who has math goals? And let me look at all of them and create my lesson plans based off that. And again, you can do this for any of the goal types. You can see here, we've got Jalen has a reading and writing goal. Jason has a reading and writing goal. Again, you can see and edit their objectives and their updates all from this one screen. Now, if that wasn't enough, not only can you add all these students, goal types, customized metrics, goals and objectives, updates, all from this one little tab in your homepage. And not only can you export progress reports, but we've also made it easier for you to actually lesson plan with this information. So I'm going to jump over to my classes, and this is included in our SPED HQ plan. This is also included, the classes and lesson plan is included for any Terra user who signs up. So I'm in my English Language Arts class. I've got my unit and some unassigned lessons. I'm just going to click into this sample lesson I had started. So this is Tara's lesson planner, if you're not familiar. We have separate videos on that. Quickest explanation I can give is you create your lesson plans here. You can go back and forth between the different days that are a part of this plan. But the main thing we want to show you is where your student information is. So now if I'm planning, I want to obviously make sure I'm planning to accommodate for each of my students aligned to their goals and objectives. So for our special educators under the SPED HQ plan, if you click on categories in the resource bank, you'll see a My Students category. When you click that, you can see all of my students that I created in the other part of the platform are automatically created here. And if I click on them, so I'll click on Jalen, when the resource card here turns blue, and you can see links to Jalen's IEP are here, and also his reading and writing goals and objectives, and his communication goals, which I never finished typing that out, but is in there. So it automatically shows you the goals and objectives for each student that you've added and links to their IEP. So for Jason Bourne, who we just created, remember we have the math goal and his objective, and then we were adding that reading and writing goal, and then you have a link to his IEP. The best part about this is you don't have to open any new windows. You've got it right here so you can look at the different goals and objectives and stay aligned while you're creating your lesson plans. And that's the beauty of this new SPED HQ plan. It's really designed for special educators, and it was informed by over 1,500 survey responses and many more conversations directly with SPED teachers as they helped us design this new tool. So again, check it out. Our SPED HQ plan, it's a free 30-day trial, and then it's only $4.99 a month after that. And if you work with us at the school level, it comes included. But we've got your progress monitoring all figured out right here. No more docs, no more drive folders and spreadsheets. You can do it right here from your homepage, and it makes it that much easier. So we hope you enjoy.